Good day, global crypto enthusiasts. This is 88 Fantastic coming to you Sunday, August 11th, 2019. Thank you for everybody for taking the time out of your busy schedule and your weekend to come and spend a few minutes with me. I do apologize. I haven't done a video in a few days. I've got a stomach bug that has been kicking the living crap out of me for almost a week now. So anyways, here is Bitcoin sitting at just below 11,500. We've got the intraday 24 hours, and as you can see, the volatility non-stop. I mean, if you're somebody that just logs in once a day and looks at the price, it's whatever. But when you watch it like I do, even sick as a dog, and you just keep the screen in your price and you see all of the constant fluctuations like that, just absolutely amazing. So we are going to get on. We've got two interesting articles for you guys, and then we're going to show some interesting stuff into the market here. And today is the day. It is the 11th. So for me, 1 month from now will be September 11th, and that is the date that I have personally picked out literally since January of this year, when the market should actually start to really ramp up. I've said it since January of 2019. I've been waiting for September, after September long weekend, and I really believe the mini bull run cycles, like mini cycles, is going to begin as we start to ramp up. And you know what I mean? Let's talk about that right now. So what I'm saying is in the middle of September, when we get to around the 11th or so, we are going to see the same growth that we saw in mid-March all the way up to the middle of June. And I think that's going to continue. I don't think we're going to see the massive, absolutely ass-kicking slides that we have had overall in like we've seen in June, July, and August as well. We knew July and August were going to be ugly, ugly months. July was just as devastating as it possibly gets, right? So let's go through some of these articles, and then we're going to talk about the market and some market predictions. China digital currency is ready, central bank says, and these two articles are over at cointelegraph.com. And this is actually a really cool article. For those of you that have been watching my videos, I have said for almost a year straight, I believe China, Russia, and the rest of the Asian countries, when cryptocurrency really ramps up later this year and all of 2020, 2021, and 2022, when we're all finally happy with everything, I still believe that those three areas are going to be the leaders in all of the cryptocurrency network. I really believe that the USD is going to get absolutely shitbagged here sometime. It's not going to be much longer. Who knows? The People's Bank of China has claimed that its digital currency can now be said to be ready. According to the PBOC Deputy Director Mu Chang-jun, a prototype that adopts blockchain architecture has been successfully developed after 5 years of research. They have been talking about this for an awfully long time, and now if they're ready for it, it's going to be super awesome. Is it a threat to the United States? As reported by Cointelegraph on August 9th, the PBOC has been planning to get ahead of the U.S. and Facebook's Libra by issuing a national cryptocurrency, as American politicians slammed the brakes on the social network stablecoin because of regulatory concerns. However, despite the upbeat remarks by Mu, it remains unclear exactly when China's digital currency will actually launch. So for me, we have said this for so long. When you see China and Russia accumulating, and countries like Iran and Iraq, and they're accumulating as much of the world's physical gold as they can possibly get. You see NEO working with the Chinese government. NEO's working within the Russian government now. It's just, these are all of those little pieces of the pie that we've been talking about for the impending doom of the USD system, potential global financial crisis, and what's going to happen right after that, and who's going to pick up the steps. It's going to be China, it's going to be Russia, it'll be the Asian countries, and it's going to be cryptocurrency. That's all there is to it. At some point, we're going to say bye-bye USD, and the rest of the world is going to be rejoicing. Another beautiful article over at cointelegraph.com. This just came out 2 hours ago. Tron officially releases sidechain scaling solution Sun Network. We're just going to go through a little bit of this here. The overall solution of the Sun Network will provide unlimited scalability to the Tron mainnet, allowing for more possibilities to the development of Tron dApps and the entire ecosystem. The solution also strives to bring positive impacts to the whole blockchain industry while flourishing the Tron network. This is absolutely fantastic news. I mean, Tron he hasn't been tweeting very much, and we've seen after he canceled his lunch with Warren Buffett, his Tron and BTT literally tanked. So it's about time he got out here and did some tweeting, and we'll see what the results of that are going to be. So let's go have a look at the market here. We'll give these guys a quick refresh. We'll give these guys a quick refresh. Then we'll have a quick looky here. So over at crypto coin market cap, we see, well, you know what? When I was going through the news, we almost got back to that 300 billion. So we've gone back about 400 billion in the last little bit. And then let's go have a peeky and see what's happening in the last 7 to 14 days. So these columns right here is the ones I'm looking at right here, 7-day, 14-day. And we're going to see who's actually had some actual, let's see who's double green. So we got Bitcoin has been absolutely still killing it, even though it's still sitting at 11.5. You know what? I just keep reminding myself it wasn't that long ago that we were sitting at 9, wondering if we were going to slide back. We creep up to 10, we slide back to 9, we hit up to 13, and when 13 hit and it scaled back, that's when you heard Bitcoin's going back to 8,500, Bitcoin's going back to 7,300. I'd like to know where all of the Elliott Wave guys are now. We were showing charts from those in previous videos. Again, the charts are close, but again, smart money knows the move. If you guys are ever unsure about stuff like this, go watch a movie like The Big Short with the stock market crash. When the guy walks into the room and he looks at him, he says, well, how do you know when this is going to happen? And he goes, well, the chart's going to tell me. And then Buddy's like, well, fuck, if that's going to be your move, I know what my move's going to be. And that's exactly what smart money has. And again, smart money is not institutional money. It's not Wall Street money. Smart money are those billionaire guys that have hired the smartest traders, and they've given them the fastest fucking computers you can possibly imagine. And it's just, that's what smart money is. They're reading the charts the way you are. They're anticipating your moves and my moves, and they're just a lot better at anticipating making a move than everybody else is right now. So who else is really doing really well? We see Binance in the double green. Monero is still doing, fairly well. It's as well in the double green. Let's see who else here. Now we're getting really low. Eno coin at 28. So in the top 30, we've only got 3 coins, maybe 4 coins. That's it so far, and that's all we've got. So what are we seeing over here right now? We see a 24-hour volume of just about 50 billion, which is really pitiful, slowing right down. And look at our trading right now. We have talked about this for months right now. There is just no more new money coming into this market. And honestly, anything that we're seeing right now, it's probably the smart money propping up the market again. Excuse me. We've talked about this so many times where the market itself has been so stale that the people that were taking out these huge $50, $60 billion chunks, they had to put something back in because the market was just stale and it's not going anywhere. And that's what I firmly believe is happening right now. And it's probably going to happen for another couple of weeks. So again, what I'm saying is what I've stuck to. I'm going to stick to my guns, and we're going to come out and say sometime around September 11th, that will be the official start of something other than the bear market. It may not be a total bull run like, well, everyone's expecting a bull run to be. What I'm saying is the incremental amounts of money that come into this market starting around September 11th, after September long weekend, we should go sideways up non-stop for the rest of the year as we get ready for that massive push towards November and December. And I've always said January 1st, 2020, every chart should wake up that morning and every chart should be the morning hard on, Ginsu hard on chart straight up to the right. And that's what we should be looking forward to. So we haven't got much more. We couldn't really find any solid news from anybody. Some of the sites were actually down this weekend. So we can have a quick scan over this, and you can just see over the last 7 days what's really been happening. It's red. Bitcoin green, Binance coin green, Monero green. Your 0.25 don't count. Not even 1%. So we're still going. So where are we here right now? We've got 1, 2, 3. As we're still going, we'll just say 1% or more in the last 7 weeks. Huobi token, that makes 4. Energy makes 5, and rounding out the top 50 is Educare. So we've got 6 coins in the top 50 in the last 7 days that have only seen 1% or more. Absolutely pitiful. As Again, people are still getting, we've talked about this too, getting cycled out of the market. You got to be safe. You got to be smart. I've talked about my own personal portfolio. I've shared it with you guys. Not afraid to show that stuff with you guys. I'm standing firm. I've managed to get rid of almost all of my altcoins now, and I've really only, I think I'm down to 9 right now, and I've got 2 more coins that I'm literally stuck in because they've only got a Bitcoin or an Ethereum trading pair. That was the other thing we wanted to see. What was the trading volume of Ethereum? Trading volume, it's actually dropped a little bit. It was at 7 billion the last time we looked. So the one thing I was really curious to see is if Bitcoin actually slid back a little bit and Ethereum slid back a little bit, would Ethereum's 24-hour volume start to trade a little bit more through the trading pairs. So we haven't got much more for you guys. Honestly, the news has been really stale in there. You just got to hang in there. If you're a long-term investor like myself, we know it's coming. It's just a matter of time. We've always talked about the pieces of the puzzle. They're all starting to come together now. And of what we see in North America with all the confusion, all of the backdoor buddy deals trying to make their rich buddies even more rich, the rest of the world has had fucking enough of that shit. And that's why we see the rest of the world's really flourishing in crypto right now, and North America is still the last man standing due to greedy politicians, the worst banking system in the world with the greediest scumbags. There was an article on Goldman Sachs. You guys are going to have to go look at this. I apologize I didn't bring it up. It's from about 4 or 5 days ago, where they're being nailed for over a $1 billion lawsuit right now for fucking scamming people in Asia right now. So you can see the rest of the world is really getting sick and tired of the USD, and thank God there is actually Bitcoin, because if Bitcoin didn't exist, could you imagine where we would actually be right now? It'd be a really bad situation. So I haven't got much more to come out for you guys, so we're just plugging along, trying to get a little more healthy here, trying to find some better news for you guys, and just constantly trying to stay positive in a sideways down. Again, we're still in a bear market. I've said it the whole year. What's funny is I watch a channel. Again, I don't subscribe to anybody anymore because I'm sick of it. But you can go back to, say, Ivan on Tech, a guy that's got 200,000 subscribers. They are technically awesome. With their coding and their programming and what they do in that end of it, I absolutely love it. But I had to stop subscribing because they have no idea what a market actually is. They have no idea how the market actually moves. And if you go back to some of their June videos, there were multiple videos where they called for the official bull run in this market, and Bitcoin was going to 25, 27K by the end of June. And yet they still have 200,000 subscribers. That shit just blows me the fuck away. So I haven't got much more for you guys. We just wanted to come on and say, stay positive, hang in there. We're only about a month away from the real market starting at scratch all over again. And I think that's where we're at now. It's just everybody's jockeying for position, trying to really load up on the Bitcoin. And one more month, and it should be a very, very exciting time for all of us. So anyways, go out there, hug the ones you love, enjoy the rest of your weekend. Thank you for spending a couple of minutes with me. We'll talk to you in a day or two. Take care, y'all.